I watched too many conductors over the years. Sorry. I actually know a couple of conductors. And I'm acquainted with the composer who also does some of his own conducting. Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing here on Angmar. How you doing, chat? What are you up to? My Bills won their preseason game today. Their first game at their brand new Highmark Stadium. So, that's good. Oh, stop asking me to do an Audible purchase. Audible likes AI, so fuck them. I should put up a graphic. I haven't made it yet. I'm very bad about making graphics when I want to just play video games instead. In that this is the stream, I've opted out of AI. You know what? I can do it a different way. I'll just add a little text thing. And can I do that? Can I say fuck AI? Yeah, I'm gonna say fuck AI because I can. Because I'm not on the official channel, so I can say this and hopefully get away with it. Oh, hush. Scamper, why are you howling so much? I should probably not say that, honestly. Oh, Gen AI. I need to put it in a nice font, too. Ale and Wenches is a very good font. I love it. Alright, let's make it blue. Why? Because I like things when they are blue. Make the hex code 0000 FF is total blue. And we're going to put a 1 pixel outline around it. Maybe 2 pixels. Maybe 3. Maybe 4. There we go. Alright. I like it. Let's put that there. And squish it over here. Or I'm gonna actually just put it right here, right in the freaking middle. Yeah, that is obnoxious, actually. Then again, so is AI, so go figure. Alright. Well, let's put that out of the way. That way, it's not in the middle of anybody's faces. Kevin. Oh. She was here, and then she has to go play with Scamper. How you doing? How are you doing? We've got Luna Rose, we've got Kevin here, and where the hell is my cursor? It's right here. So what am I gonna do today? I did not actually go back and redo or get new I did not go back and get a new two new traceries. My allies now have 2 tracery slots that are empty because I'm thinking maybe I'll wait. So if I get traceries now, I'll be replacing them in 4 5 levels anyway. So I could get like a couple of junk traceries just so there's something in there. Because one of the things I understand is like when I hit 106, when the server goes to 106, I'm going to have to replace all of my traceries. All of them. Because all the ones I have now are 105 level. They end at 105, so I will have to replace them when I hit 106. But that's probably not going to be until next month. So I don't yet know how I want to handle this. What would you recommend? In the meantime, I do want to actually keep leveling. So we can take book 4, chapter 1. So I want to A, keep leveling, and B, keep working through the epic story. And there's a lot of epic story between now and the Black Gate. If I recall correctly, hold on. I think, isn't the Strength of Sauron? Epic. Yeah, the Strength of Sauron. We just completed book 3, and we're gonna go to chapter 8 is the Black Gate. I think chapter 9 is the beginning of the Mordor story. But this is the part about the siege of the White City, and that's big battle time, so I think we'll just work on the epic story for now.
Will we fall from the Pelennor as we fell from Osgiliath?
No, it's gonna be great. It's fine. Stop whining. Big upgrade too. Big and getting the box of 2 essence. Also, this is like when you start with chapter 4 and start doing these quests. This is kind of where the game starts giving you essences coming out your ears. Would you two stop playing on the table? Stormlost. Oh man, they're just being butts right now. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna get the water bottle. I don't have a water bottle, but I would get one just for you. Just to get you out of my office. Ay. Alright, one thing I am gonna do though is I am going to aim the remote. And I believe I just put it on cool mode because when it's in eco mode, it turns itself off after a while, which is really nice, but when I'm streaming, it's warm in here. So I just want the air conditioning on continuously while I'm streaming. Alright. Oh, crap. I didn't realize it was going to port me to the city. Or to this instance. We're going to go rescue Faramir now.
I cannot stop thinking about Govmog and the great ram, Grond.
Grond. You don't look like... Boys. Okay, Darafin has this cute goatee, but Darafin has a significant other that we don't know about. And the game surprisingly does something that is not expected about it, but you don't find out about it until King's Gondor, and only if you do all the side quests. Right, defeat foes on the Pelennor. I do also want to keep collecting crafting mats, because I will want to get my Doomfold crafting ready to go when it's time. Oh, shit. Got him! See, that's why I like the Lynx. The Lynx is such a good... the Lynx does more damage than the other ones that I have, like 9,000 to 11 some odd thousand Valerian damage. And the Lurker is actually also possibly good. But I don't know. I think the Lynx is a better option. And Ravens is like, okay. And Bears are good for tanky, but they can't do as much damage. Lynx has good initial damage. Yeah. And honestly, with the Mournfuls, it's totally about getting there as quickly as possible and just burning him down. And not wasting my, Part of my problem is, I only have, like, 2 heals as a Lore Master. I obviously I'm playing Lore Master wrong. I'm sure somebody's gonna tell you you're playing Lore Master wrong. And they're right. They're not wrong. So as far as I know, I only have like the itty bitty heal, which is water lore, which does fuck all. And then there's the Wisdom of the Council, which actually does some decent heals, like half your health right there. So. When you kite, you prefer the Bog Guardian? Yeah, I love the Bog Guardian, but I am playing Redline, which means you don't get to have the Boggy with you the entire time. It's only, you can only pull them for, that's one thing well see Kevin, I don't know if you know this, but they have a juvenile Bog Lurker you can buy for Mithril Coin. Which I know some people just don't want to buy, spend Mithril Coin, and that's fair. But it's like 25 or 35 Mithril Coin from the Lore Master trainer. And I'm like, little itty bitty hobbit-sized Lore Bog Lurker! It's perfect. I love it so much. Alright, one more. And then we'll rescue Faramir. And because Gondor has a wide stretch of what it thinks is a foe, the Blightsworn. Oh, you haven't played the... Okay, there we go. We're done. Talk to Dweedlin outside the causeway. Oh, man, we gotta go all the way back. Yeah, when they made those changes to Redline, so Redline didn't have a permanent pet, a perma-pet, I can see why they did some of it, and it actually is really nice to have that extra damage, but I miss having a permanent pet. I miss having a permanent pet.
You found no survivors. Orcs will pay for this.
Alright, let's kick their asses.
This place will soon be crawling with enemies. It is time to leave.
Alright. Get some upgraded gloves.
Saddle your steed. Tell me when you are ready to ride.
Hold your horses, pun intended. Because I am going to load this up with some hot-ass essences. Yes. Someone's chasing flies again. So that replaces... yeah, that replaces an old, Alright. Let's mount our horse. And it said horse specifically, so you can't do this on War Steed.
Saddle your steed. Tell me when you are ready to ride.
I am
Quickly now,
ready.
follow me.
We're gonna ride!
Osgiliath is lost, and its defenders flee across the plain. Can they reach the White City before the enemy overtakes them?
You boys are slowpokes. This is why the Moomak gets you. Faramir! Faramir! Oh man, they already have him wearing his Prince of Gondor outfit. Well, he's the Steward of Gondor. Well, he's the son of the Steward of Gondor. How can you tell from my livery? I'm wearing stuff from Dunlin, dude.
The enemy draws near. Fight!
No!
Faramir has fallen.
No, just as we found him. No, I shall
The
smite
White
you.
Rider. For Gondor! For Faramir!
And the Swan Knights with a horse I want to get so much. Standing Stone. Swan Knight horse. Give it to us. Hi Gandalf, what you up to?
Ride for the city!
Alright. I'll ride the regular horse. Even though I shouldn't need to. Let's go! As far as Lore Master goes, if you'd love to permanent pet still, or at least not required 5 ranks in blue, yeah. No! I've come to Minas Tirith in time. But yeah, I really want a Swan Knight mount in Lotro. I would ride that, and especially if I had, oh, it's Immerhill. I've hung out with your daughter, and her bestie, and found out, who you had her betrothed to, sir. So Alan Sisto of the Prancing Pony podcast is playing through the Gondor content, and he has just got to Dol Amroth, but has not. He's just been given the quest to go to the library. So he doesn't know about Lothariel's betrothal, other than he knows that she was betrothed to somebody she did not want to marry. And we all know, just from reading the books, that Lothariel will eventually marry Eomer, King of Rohan. So he marries up, as one might say. Alright, let's talk to the prince. As you can see, I've already done my yeeting.
Some dark sorcery lurks within Faramir's wound.
It's a
I do
Morgul.
not like it.
Bring him to his father. Oh, that's not a good idea. Hi, Gandalf. Been a while.
We must hope Faramir's wounding came not from a weapon of Morgul make.
Oh, it did. It did. But hey, we found Faramir. Of course I'm glad to see you. There's work to be done, and little time in which to do it. There's work to be done, and little time in which to do it is something that the mission quest givers in the Bloody Eagle Tavern in Umbar say a lot. Alright.
You will need to freely travel throughout the city.
Oh, yeah. This is where he's gonna get a little bit pissy because the Gondorians are kind of being a little bitches to Gandalf. To you because of Gandalf, because, you know, Denethor does not value the counsel of Gandalf the Grey. Alright. Yesterday I did the ride on my war steed. Today I shan't. Wait, hold on, hold please. I wasn't even paying attention to 5 ranks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which skill are we talking about? You mean to get a bog lurker to get one, or do you mean having a permanent, because I didn't think you could get a permanent pet in blue, or unless you were blue. Like it was one of the blue only traits. Oh well. Ah! What are you doing, Scamper? Scamper's up that head. She's just like constantly meowing now, and I don't know why. Just like for like the past 2 weeks, she's just been doing nothing but little meows all the damn time.
The second circle is home to ale halls, barracks, armories, and the wielding yard.
Cause no trouble. Okay. So he takes the word of Gandalf as given. No shit from that guy. This will not always be the case. Come here. Come here, Scamper. Come here. See, when I don't want Scamper around, she's always up in my face. But when I do, I'm actually calling for her to come visit and hang out on stream. She's like, nah, fuck you. So chat, I have a question for you. Should I do 1 giveaway? Or 2 giveaways? Where? Okay, I need the notepad file, not the thing. Because one of the problems I have here is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 codes for 100 Lotro points that will time out at the end of the month. And I only have 4 more Lotro themed streams for the rest of the month. Because on the 29th I will be working Cascade Moot and will not be able to stream that night. But I may be able to do well, that means I would be able to do another stream Friday night after my Lotro stream, for my official stream. I could continue the adventures here Friday night. It's a Scamper. And she does, again, have her own Twitch emote, so Kevin, drop it if you feel like it. It's a Scamper. Yeah, you're warm and fuzzy. That's right, you're warm and fuzzy. And Stormloss is like stretched out along the windowsill. She's like, I was just petting Stormloss. I wasn't gonna bother her. Okay. Alright, I also have some new runes. I can open those up because why not? So, one thing I am definitely noticing by just playing this one character and not having a stash of LI stuff to fall back on, I'm definitely running with lesser powered LIs than I would be on any, like on Peregrine, for example.
Beyond this gate lies the third circle, the craftsman's tier.
Alright. Sormar was honoring the things. Alright, we are going this way. See, I could have done this, waited until I got to this quest to do my run through Minas Tirith and unlocking the Stable Masters. I was like, whatever. I mean, I can just use the Stable Masters to hop up every tier and just turn back to where the guard is. But it's like, I don't mind Minas Tirith. It is what I expect it to be. But it's kind of like what it is, the same issue that I have with any video game that has, you know, any kind of town or village or whatever. It's the simple fact that it's almost impossible to represent a proper city where you have homes for people to live in, right? It's like Breetown. Where the fuck does everybody live? There aren't enough houses for the
Prince
town.
Imrahil
And that's
carried
just
Faramir
game design.
through this gate. Will he live? He must.
Alright. I got the greater password out of this guy. He knows his duty. The cat lady's basement. You'll be lurking, Holly. Holly, hopefully you'll be here. Here, before you lurk, let's just get the giveaway going. Giveaway open, reset. That way Holly can join in and then lurk for the rest of the stream. Giveaway open and make it points with no punctuation. I don't give a shit this time. Holly! Points and then go lurk. And then when you come back, there you go. Tell us what you're gonna be up to. So I normally bang a right here and go around, but you can also go through here and get where you're going. If you didn't know that. See, because it pops down here anyway. Holly wins so often? Yeah, there's a bunch of people who win fairly often. Because they're here all the time, and they enter frequently, and I don't give a shit, honestly. I even told somebody the other day they should win, because they won 2 of the larger prizes I normally have. And I was like, bro, you should go do the lottery.
Is the Sage's tier, and it is a place
I think it's a
of
good
learning.
thing, yeah. I honestly, I am more pleased when it's one of my regulars who wins. Be reading Spirit of the Wood by Kristen Britton. I have not heard of this book. Sounds interesting. Please tell us about it when you get back. I'm currently going through the 5 billionth reset or reread of Spock's World by Diane Duane because it's one of my favorite books in all the world. Okay, I got the lesser password. Alright, so whatever, buddy. Wait, we're going the wrong way. And the reason I'm rereading it is because I was trying to read it recently. You have I Am Spock by Leonard Nimoy. Ooh. I have not read that yet. I loved Leonard Nimoy. And I can respect his struggles with dealing with being Spock and not wanting to be Spock anymore. But then, you know, coming to terms with being Spock and being like, you know what? I'm good. I am Spock. And one of the things I found really fascinating is, what pun intended, actually. Actually, pun wasn't intended, but I'll own it. Is when I still had a Twitter account. I don't know how this happened or how I figured it out, but Leonard Nimoy was my 1701 follow on Twitter. And there was that whole thing that he was happy to adopt anybody as, I'm your grandfather. I'm like, okay. Leonard Nimoy's my granddad. Because I never knew my grandparents, except my maternal grandmother. The rest of them all passed before I was born. So I never got to interact with any of them. And that was a very long time ago. And my my maternal grandmother didn't pass. She passed in '78. So it's like all y'all talk about like Corey still has living grandparents. I'm like, what the fuck, Corey?
The Dome of the Sun is in the 6th circle. The Council of Gondor meets there.
Okay, I only got this iron. Okay, you're gonna be a little bitch. Okay. I do have plans to completionist through my way through Minas Tirith at some point, and it's not gonna be now. It's not gonna be anytime soon. Alright. I've actually been wanting to watch the Star Trek movies again. Hi. Did you just hear a cat meow? Yes. She was on the other side of the microphone. But now she's happy because I'm holding her, I'm giving her pets, and she's, you know, being smug about it because Stormlost is not here. So that's part of Scamper's shenanigans. She's doing like domination games with Stormlost. Because I think she's still pissed that when Stormlost came into the house, I was paying all sorts of attention to Stormlost. And I still do. Alright.
It is the steward's command that you learn only the lesser password for this gate.
Alright. Let's go talk to Mithron here, who somehow got here before I did.
You were denied the greater passwords for some of the levels. What rubbish.
Again, we're talking about domination games here. What? What? Oh. Come back. No.
We must not rely on the strength of the walls. The people must be strong.
We're gonna get a hat. I don't remember these hats very much. That's like the OG starting hat for Bjornings. Big upgrade. Biggy upgrade. Except I'm gonna lose crit rating and finesse, which kind of makes me mad, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, talk to Othnar, complete the Council of Gondor. Talk to Peregrine Took, complete Guard of the Citadel. And talk to Dweilin and complete In Need of Discipline. Well, that's not the guy I'm looking for. There's Pippin. I don't want to do Pippin's first, though. So what did everybody have for supper tonight, y'all? I had leftovers from last night, and those leftovers was beef, actual beef for a change, because it's hella expensive, but it was on hella sale, and it was drowned in Korean barbecue marinade. Oh my god, it was so good. But the piece of beef was big enough that it was way more than one meal's worth, so I cut it in half.
Welcome to the Dome of the Sun.
Actually, I made it all yesterday and just ate half of it yesterday and half of it today. Alright, let's do the council meeting. And I know Made of Lines really hates it when people just don't read the quest text, but I do skip or quickly click through quests if I've done them multiple times before, unless there's something specific in the quest that I'm looking for to remember, to reread and remember what was going on. Pork tenderloin, tomato, raw peppers, and barbecue chips. Ooh. I had French fries for breakfast, and by breakfast I mean it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Because I had the opportunity to sleep in today, and I freaking took it. Scamper, I love you. I love you a lot. Little Miss Fuzzy Butt. Come here. Come here. Come here. Like, Stormlost suddenly woke up and just, like, started running around. Okay, and I'm noticing as I'm in an interior that the game is looking mighty framey. Alright.
Yes? Ah, I wonder if you might do me a favor.
Yeah, I'll pick up your shit because you can't be bothered. I mean, you can't reach over across the table to get this, right? Yeah, I know. It's so difficult. So yeah, I do try to focus hard on the quest text like the first couple of times I'm doing it, or if I'm going back and I'm expecting something specific. Look how ginormous this compass is. Did they have compasses in Middle-earth? I don't recall such a scientific device.
I am nearly ready. Let me copy these down. It will not be long.
La da 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 da. And then they change key and keep going for another 30 seconds. Alright.
I need someone to bring these resolutions throughout the city.
Alright, let's go. Let's get out of this laggy area, this frame ratey area. It's a problem that Standing Stone has in both of their video games, honestly. You want to see lag central? Go watch somebody streaming the Stone Crypt Chronicles in DDO's Isle of Dread expansion. It's like watching a Viewmaster. Maybe they'll fix it. You know, I love Standing Stone, but sometimes it's like, come on, this sucks. Okay. Sixth circle, second circle. In the Citadel. Citadel. Alright. Let's war steed this shit. I'm in a hurry. And this is what happens when you're in a hurry. So I'm also on the market for I'm on the market. No, well, technically yes, but not really. But no, I'm in the market for a new keyboard. There's Pippin, there's Orphan Hat. Maybe it's this one over here. Aha.
Thank you for bringing this resolution to me. I will act upon it at once.
Oh, that is the same voice actor as Aragorn. 5th, 6th, and 2nd. Alright. So right now I'm using a cheap as fuck, bog standard Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. And it's nice. It really is nice, but I'm also beating the crap out of it, and it's kind of starting to fall apart. The enter key has failed entirely. The actual keycap is broken. Alright. Let's go down to the 6th circle.
As you know, I am the warden of the Houses of Healing.
Mm-hmm. And I've got a couple that I'm eyeballing right now on Amazon. Though I would try to avoid buying from Amazon if I can avoid it. I haven't really looked on like Newegg or Micro Center. Where would you normally go to purchase a keyboard? Since I'm not really particular about where I buy it, as long as I get something decent. And the things that I'm looking for are RGB lighting or bright blue lighting. Why the hell not? And if possibly I could get the ergonomic sort of bent keyboard. Okay, we are now here. Oh, by the way, Kevin. Yeah, I'll show you about the little itty bitty bog lurker.
Well met.
No, my God, actual training skills. That takes me back.
What
but no,
news do you bring, traveler?
Dog the fox frog, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Lots of basically their skins for whatever. Okay, Mountain Guardian, Swamp Guardian, Talisman of the Juvenile Swamp Guardian. This is the one that's a hobbit-sized bog lurker. It has all the same skills, all the same abilities, but it's 25 mithril coin. Now, if I were a blue line lore master, I'd probably get that on this server, because as you can see, I've got mithril coin. And I'm actually half tempted to buy all the spirit pets for my blue line lore master on... actually, isn't she red line now? I don't know. Zarellen over on Peregrine. Alright, let's go find this Ekadon person. Oh, we're looking for Mirrodil, apparently.
I am the warden of the stores. It is a difficult responsibility.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine that a lot. Alright. Stable master, stable master, stable master. We'll go down to the second. And I do have an issue. I've always had this issue with Minas Tirith, is that the in-game quest text refers to the circles by numbers, but the maps all mention them by names, and it's very aggravating to try and figure out which fucking tier they're talking about.
How may I help you, friend?
I mean, I love the names here, but if the quest is going to tell us to go to the second circle, you shouldn't have to look at the map to find out which fucking one they're talking about. Alright, let's go. I'm not too fussed about, like, brand of keyboard. I do have a price point that I'm stuck on. I do want the full 9804 whatever keyboard. None of this. I must have a numpad, god damn it. And also arrow keys and my insert and deletes and, you know, page up, page down, print screen, all the fun keys. Okay, where are we? We are here. We need to go all the freaking way down there. And that's the way to do the other quest as well. So, no mouse, because I don't need one. I don't care if it's wired or wireless. Keyboard color, I'll pick blue on the new egg site and see what happens. Steel Series actually has a really cool setup, and I actually do like a good Steel Series keyboard. I used to use their Merc keyboard. Oh my god, that was the best thing ever, because it had an integrated left-handed keypad for gaming, and oh my god, I wish they would make it again. Because before that, when I used the Steel Series Merc, I didn't need a left-handed, you know, I didn't need the stupid Razor Tartarus, because it was already built into the keyboard.
I am the captain of the garrison, and I take my duty most seriously.
As well you should. Oh, we missed the guy in the 6th circle. Well, fuck. Well, we'll go back up there as soon as we get done with the other side quest. The Mumak Innkeep. Also known as Elephant and Castle. I used to go... I've never been to the Elephant Castle pub in London, but I did actually see that name as the name of a tube stop that I would always pass by. I was always going, like, it was the next, because in London, the Northern Line splits, so one leg of the one branch of the Northern Line goes on the east side of town, and the other one goes on the western route. So, yeah, it's kind of cool. And the one on the eastern flank, before the two branches reconverged, on the south side of town, or in, you know, Suffolk or whatever, that's where the Elephant and Castle, I would always like, oh, it's time for them to join back up. But look what I have. You can't really see it. This is like her leg. This is her leg. It's a little Miss Fuzzy Butt. It's her butt right here. It's a little Miss Fuzzy Butt. I guess that's a credible Mumak. Though, shooting arrows at a stable configuration of empty beer kegs really isn't. Boys.
My brother and I have been teaching the folk here how to bring down a Mumuk.
Okay, at least he stopped shooting. Range safety is very important.
Have you seen our father around the city anywhere?
Oh, he might be around. Being very annoyed with you too. It's a storm lost. Now she's just gonna curl up right next to the TV screen. Good job. Oh, maybe not. Oh, she's back on her chair. She doesn't want to hang out with you right now. Scamper is kind of like the brother. Yeah, range safety support. Don't go in a car. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, but the Mumak and the Keep is 1000% a reference to the Elephant and Castle pub in London. You like your IBM Model M, but you still haven't been reunited with it after for wildfire evacuation 8 years ago. You acquired a more modern mechanical keyboard, one with tactile switches, one linear, and now a clicky one. The latter two Chinese products just over $20. A better feeling key switches than the HP Omen with its $100. Oh, nice. Another one that I'm kind of looking at in terms of this looks really really neat, but I don't know if I would like it. Hi. Oh, it's just a random kid. Is Royal Cluj has a typewriter style keyboard, and it's got like bright LED, RGB LEDs in it. I'm like, ooh. But I don't know. And it's only like $60. But I'm not sure I would like that kind of keyboard, though.
My sons must learn to obey my words, or there will be no sons of mine.
Well, they're gonna ignore you, and then it'll be dead sons of yours, so you know. Yeah, one of the reasons I got the Steel Series Merc is because it had just a blue light. It wasn't LED or anything. It was just, oh hey, we can light up the keyboard in blue, yay! And it wasn't very bright or anything, but I liked it. You know me, I like blue. And this Microsoft Ergo does not have any kind of LED at all. And the Razer Tartarus does have LEDs in it, and yes, they are configured for a blue aspect, a blue design. And I was actually looking at a Razer, thinking maybe I should just get into the Razer product. That way I could use I do use the Razer Synapse application. I use the older version, ironically, because it lets me have I call it, you could do this fiery pattern of the keys. You can, here, let me see if I can show it to you. It doesn't show up very good, but you see how it's like wavering? It's like the fire, right? So if I got another Razor product, it could sync with that. But, And so I'm just debating, because it is harder to find an RGB keyboard that's also ergonomic, and a lot of keyboards will flag themselves as ergonomic, but they lie. But when I say ergonomic, I mean the keyboard is tilted like this, or split to where you actually do have that ability to, you know, not have your hands like this. This is why ergonomic keyboard, like if you're a skinny person, this is fine. But if you're a large person like me, your hands are going to be more like this on your keyboard. So having that split keyboard is so nice for any long-term use.
Furthermore, can I have a try? I will show you how this is done, I warrant. Do you see? There is nothing to worry about after all.
Alright, boys. You all be good. Can be good, be good at it. Alright, we gotta go back up to the 6th circle. And I guess as a third consideration, I would like something that's mostly in blue. So, you mentioned a linear keyboard, and I'm not familiar with that term in that respect. So, can you tell me what a linear keyboard is? Oh, game lagging. Alright. Also, you know what? One thing I really need to do is I need to go and use my... Not you. By the way, you want to see the cool shit coming with the new coffer coming whenever the hell it's coming? Look at this doggo with the gray company livery. It's so cute. And there's a mount that goes with it. It's not in game yet. We don't know when it's coming out. I assume it's going to be next week. I've been logging in all of my characters to get the to be changed titles, just in case they fix the bugs so that new characters can't get those titles. So there's a milestone that looks like you're tracking like a boar or something. Or maybe a cat, and then you're following after it. And then there's like the emote where you're offering up your sword. That's actually fucking cool. We don't know what the outfit looks like yet, so I'm sure somebody will. A linear key switch has no auditory or tactile feedback on key presses, just straight up and down until it bottoms out. It's typically with lighter springs than tactile or clicky switches. There's a little bit of clicky on the Razor Tartarus for sure. It's not as clicky. And I know people can, because this microphone is very sensitive. Even though it's directional, I can hear that, and I can see that popping up in XSplit. And I'm on this side I was snapping my fingers on this side of the keyboard. And that's how, of course, Holly heard Scamper meowing as well. Okay, what's the 6th circle? 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato. Okay, oh yeah, up here at the master's tier. Oh shit. Wait, was that Glasgow? It is Glasgow, Lord Anfalas. He won't be surviving too much longer in-game story.
Gondor needs your aid.
It does indeed. Let's go. Okay, let me take off the blue tag. As much as I would love to have a blue keyboard, I don't need a blue keyboard. Okay, Warden of the Green is behind me. Oh. Ran right past his ass.
As the Warden of the Green, it is my duty to preserve the townlands.
Oh man, I have to go back down to the second circle? Ah. That's the soldiers
These
tier.
are troublesome times indeed.
Okay, so Asus Republica Gamers ROG selling a 20th edition Azoth Extreme wireless mechanical gaming keyboard and all these other things. It's a linear, and they're selling it for $600 goddamn dollars. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can buy a whole ass low end computer for that much, and I mean low end, not a gaming computer, but a computer at least. I'm gonna pick full size while I'm looking this up. You're still upset about how internet forums all collapse into Reddit? There's a lot of keyboard discussion and product guidance at r/r on keyboard. Yeah, I too lament the Redditization. So we have a clicky, linear, tactile, membrane, other membrane. One of the things I was trying to also get away from, here's my crappy ass keyboard. It's very dirty. I hate having to pop the keys out every so often to clean, you know, for cat hair and everything, and crumbs under the keys. This keyboard is probably gross. Well, it is gross. Most keyboards are gross. So like the idea of a keyboard where the keys are just on a thing with no, they're not sunk, they're not popping up out of a sunken thing. I kind of like that. So like SteelSeries is basically, here's a board, here's some keys on top. I do like that. $250 for the Razer Huntsman V3 Pro Analog Optical Esports keyboard. I mean, on the face of it, it looks like the kind of keyboard I would want, because it's not like the keys aren't cradled in something like a nest, and you can just easily pop the keys off and, you know, do what you need to do. But it's also $250, so no, I'm not gonna spend $250 on a keyboard. And this would not be happening until probably I'm thinking next month possibly, but I'm also like, if I wait till November, you know, Black Friday, 2 out of 3 of yours just have the base plate, no surrounding case. Yeah, companion cone. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And so the typewriter one from Royal Kludge that I was looking at on Amazon, that's the kind that is. It's just, but the difference with that is that the keys are like the round little, you know, old-timey typewriter keys. And I'm not sure about those. Did I run past the guy I need to talk to? Yep. At least I'm fighting all these wardens real fast.
What is this?
So I have some time to think about it. It's not a crushing need, it's just very annoying that I don't have an enter key on this keyboard. I suppose I could try to find a new keycap for it, though. That would honestly be the cheapest, most expedient.
Gondor needs your aid.
I have 2 kitty cats crashed out on the table right now. And as winter will eventually get to us, what will happen is that the air conditioner will go off for the season, and everybody will be all the cats will be hanging out in this room because it'll be the warmest room in the house. And they will also be sprawled out in front of the TV here because it is made of warm.
Thank you very much. Those resolutions will help safeguard the city.
Alright. Let's go up and talk to Pippin. Guard of the Citadel. He got himself in over his head. Don't forget, we got points giveaways going on. We're gonna be doing 2 codes of 100 points each. Over on the DDO side, on the 30th, I'm going to be doing a special DDO points giveaway with the remaining codes that I got from Cordo from Gen Con.
Ah, it is good to see a familiar face in this city of strangers.
Because it'll be the 200th episode of my DDO stream show. But I need to find some big event or something to do on this side to justify doing a big thing to give away the rest of the Locho codes. Alright. Down to the 5th circle. Paragon. It's actually kind of ironic and funny that an elf would be asked for passwords. It's like, bro, I'm an elf. What? Two more keyboard types you come into existence more recently are Hall effect key switches, tracking magnetic fields instead of mechanical actuation. And some zero press newfangled thing you only notice because of price mistake. Ooh. Those sound intriguing. Though I do have to, I remember reading in a Star Trek novel. A lot of things happen in Star Trek novels that you think about. It's like, oh, wait. But the first time I ever thought about how difficult it would be to have a keyboard that you're not pressing a button on, you're just touching a spot and the thing happens. And I remember it was Uhura who was talking about this, and she was actually kind of like, yeah, for this mission I had them put in the old switches because I like the old switches. I need the tactile feel of the old switches, or something to that effect, where it was like, yeah, this newfangled shit does not fly. And you can kind of see it on TV shows, right? Especially like Star Trek, the various Star Treks is... And it's something that they kind of took the piss out of in Galaxy Quest. The idea of, you know, our alien friends who are on the run built the ship based on the movements of the cast in the TV show. And the cast of the TV show weren't actually thinking about, okay, when I touch in this spot, this thing is supposed to happen. Or if I do this thing, and this is what's supposed to happen. But yeah, the whole idea of buttons that are not really buttons. I have a USB desk lamp that I use with my work computer, and it has buttons that just has, here's the printed symbol of what the on-off button, or the button that changes the color temperature of the light or whatever, and they aren't buttons, you just touch and like. And so there have been several times when these fools, don't look at me like you're so innocent, Scamper, I know you. You and Stormlost have done this, Mama Cat's done it, all of them have done it except probably Noodle, because Noodle's rarely in this office. They would turn the light on or turn the light off. And suddenly we have a picnic. Hall effect keys can have the trigger points customized and wiggle just above below the trigger point for extremely rapid keyboard inputs. They're banned in some competitive gaming centers. Ooh. Interesting. That would make sense. Ah, you got in. See? You... The funny thing is, Companion Cone, by talking about the trigger points, that already puts you in the giveaway. I don't have the bot here set. I did not do most of the setup of the bot on DDO stream to announce when somebody enters the giveaway. Somebody else did that, and I kind of don't like it. But I also can see, because what happens is if a lot of people are entering a giveaway at once, the bot doesn't announce every single entry, and so people are like, "Well, am I in?" It didn't answer me because it was still on cooldown. I am squishing the kitty cat. Ginger joining the points brigade. It's a Scamper and a Stormlost. Alright, let's snack. Let's get snacks with Peregrine.
Do not be shy, my friend. Let us dig in.
I really love these baguettes that we've got here.
Why did we come here? Well, Gandalf thought... Well, you see...
Okay. As always, I wish for the love of God they did not have such rusty plates in Middle-earth. That's one of the biggest annoyances I have with Lord of the Rings Online. I love the game, but it drives me bananas that everybody eats off of rusty plates.
I wasn't entirely honest with you, and I'm sorry for it.
All right.
I saw a tall tower and a black sky and wheeling shapes.
Like bats, but much larger and more frightening. And then I saw him. He looked at me, and his voice came not to my ears, but to my mind, if that makes any sense. He asked me questions, and when I did not answer, I felt searing pain. I told him I was a hobbit. His laughter was cruel. He said I would see him soon, and Gandalf broke the spell and took away the stone. It was a seeing stone, a Palantir, and Saruman had used it to communicate with his Dark Master. Gandalf would not tell me very much about... Scroll down. About the stone, but he seemed to think we escaped a much worse fate through a lucky chance of good fortune. I think he was right. I could not turn my eyes away from the stone. If that horrible figure had continued his questions, I know I would have answered him. What else might he have showed me in the Palantir? I cannot guess, and do not wish to. It's not the sort of conversation that suits a picnic. Let's clean up our food, and we can speak again back at my post. So, if you think about it, obviously Gandalf has seen Sauron before, because they were both Maiar. But in the scope of this current story of the Third Age, the only people who have seen Sauron on the good guy side is Aragorn, because he revealed himself to Sauron through the Palantir, and Pippin. Frodo never saw Sauron. Sam did never see him. Merry never saw him. Legolas and Gimli didn't see him. And, well, Boromir died. Isn't that fascinating? And, of course, we know there are other people in Middle-earth who did see Sauron who are still alive. Elrond. What we don't know for sure is whether Galadriel ever actually saw him in person. Rings of Power notwithstanding. By the way, Rings of Power Season 3, November, it's gonna be a madhouse. I personally like the show. I acknowledge that the story is not what I would want it to be necessarily, but it doesn't mean it's a bad story. But I do have to basically go watch it when... Hey, Monfleur. I have to watch Rings of Power when I'm not hanging out with anybody else. Because I can't enjoy it watching it with other people. Because most other people are spending too much time nitpicking shit. Or they are hate watching it. And life is too fucking short to hate watch anything. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Don't waste your time hate watching anything. And I would like to point out, it's daytime in game. It's dawn. It is a dawnless day. And what I kind of to think about parallels, I'm currently amused by the fact that Lotro does all kinds of time compression, and people are always bitching about time compression in Rings of Power. I'm like, bro, you don't understand how adaptations work.
There may once have been good reasons for using such stones. No longer.
I mean, there were when they were all in the hands of good guys. Come on. Alright, now let's go talk to Mithrandir over here.
There you are. I've been looking for you.
Alright. I'm gonna go talk to Imrahil. He's gonna send me on a mission of some danger. Whoop. Like, one of the time compression things allows us to not only ride parallel to Aragorn sailing up the Anduin with the ships, but it also allows us to ride with the Rohirrim on the Pelennor. We can be in multiple places at once.
These are troublesome times indeed.
It is. Da-dum. One of the things I'm not seeing on the Newegg site, Newegg apparently doesn't know what an ergonomic keyboard is. Hypermagnetic switches? Adjustable actuation, rapid trigger, game ready presets, protection mode. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh, it's a Steel series. I mean, it looks really nice. There's an aqua version, but the aqua... See... it's gotta be dark blue for me. Aqua doesn't cut it. No. Anyhow. Toxica is here for some Lotro points. Hell yeah. Alright, Imrahil, where the hell are you? You're outside, aren't you? Or he's back there somewhere. Rosarin. Oh, there's Imrahil. Sir? With the fanciest Gondorian armor of all time?
Mithrandir said you would be happy to undertake this errand.
Alright, I'm gonna get the hood of the Anorien sun. That's gonna be a big upgrade too, as usual.
Go to the north gate of the rocks and learn why Ingold has not come back.
Well, it's fun. I already have a quest to talk to Ingold, so that's perfect. Alright, we got some enhancement runes. We got some more enhancement runes. Then we got a tracery. Ooh, maybe the tracery will actually be a useful tracery. Fat chance of that. Holy fuck! Hold the phone. That was one of the ones I was looking for. Hell yeah. Let me make sure I don't accidentally have it on the other device. Cracked earth. Well, it wouldn't let me put it on there anyway if I did, so. Alright, yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But now it's like so far behind. It's like a level 126. What I got over here? Yeah, I need to find some kind of junk word of mastery to put in there. Didn't I just put a pile of these in shared storage? All this shit is going to Peregrine when the time comes next year. Sometime next year. These shit's all going to Peregrine. So yeah, this is the old ones. I need something that doesn't... These are all duplicates, but I can use them on Lobby LMs that I have over on Peregrine when the time comes. Okay, forget about that. Let's open this up. Alright, let's put this on. Though the armor is not much higher. I'm gonna get less will, but I will get max morale. But then I get more vitality, more will. Let's actually see which is better, because it'd be funny if the Helm's Deep item was better. Well, my... Oh, wow. My power went down. My hit point, or my morale only went down like 12. Wait, hold on. My morale goes up because the vitality is higher, slightly higher than the max morale. Plus the extra vitality from the thing. But I do get more will, so and if I lose tactical mastery rating, that sucks. We'll deal with it. We're getting the Anorien set. Okay. Alright, alright. Okay, let's go here. Because right now I'm just using all of my enhancement runes on the heraldry over here. Okay. Alright. Let's go to the North Gate. Let's try to get ahead of the story again, because now we're in deep blue color codes for the story. Let's go find Ingold, who we were told to find, so by 2 different quests. So tomorrow night I'll be on DDO stream. We're going to be doing some DDO points giveaways as usual. However, I am saving my DDO points codes from Gen Con for, as I mentioned, the big blowout, where I'm doing my 200th episode. One thing I do need to do as well is, and again, I haven't found the time to do this, or I just was playing video games instead of taking care of business. Though I did pay all of my bills today, every single one of them. I am at a 0 balance on all of them, and it makes me very happy. I have no money left, but the only bill that's going to be coming between now and the end of the month is going to be my internet bill. That's on auto pay, so that's fine. But yeah, I like being on top of my bills. However, where was I going with this? I forget. Oh, what I was doing today is, yeah, I was spending today being an adult paying the bills. The lawn got mowed today. I didn't do it. I have a guy that did it. And he actually, the one who did it, did a good job. I was a little bit surprised because he was supposed to mow it on Tuesday. And he sent a message saying, "Oh, the grass is too wet to mow." And I'm like, he mowed today, even though it kind of rained this morning. And so I'm like, what? I'm confused. But hey, it got done, so I don't give a shit. And it got done well. Okay, not only did it get done, it got done well. For those who know the trials and tribulations I've had with this lawn company, I was at the point where it's like, yo, guys, if you don't get this shit fixed now, this is... You had your last chance. We're done.
Needs your aid.
And they were like, they finally got shit fixed. So, whatevs. Alright.
We can only hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
Well, you know
I cannot
about
return
that...
to the city just yet. I have disturbing news.
Well, news is always disturbing, isn't it? Alright, we gotta kill Suhular over on this side. And I saw... There, is it on the thing? Oh, it's right there. Gimme, 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 gimme. Yes, in case you're wondering, I am petting a cat right now. The problem is she's leaning up against the TV screen, so it's hard for me to reach her. Alright, I need the Suhular, not you buttheads. And yes, I think they intend you to do this on mounted combat, and to which I say, no, I'm gonna do it my way. And I'll do it my way. Oh, there we go. Some Suhular on foot. You're all about to die. Oh, look, river turtles. They will fuck up your world. Popular. Gonna be popular. Yeah, no, it's not popular, it's poplar. But I always think of that song when I see the poplar. See, the thing about nuking things with Lightning Storm is like, okay, did I just spawn a Wraith or not? Because sometimes it's hard to tell. Come closer. leaving you in the dust, sir. You cannot keep up with me. Alright.
Gondor needs your aid.
Alright. Who do I need to talk to? Barthont. What you got?
I am alive, and I still possess the fighting spirit.
Alright, go you, sir. Let's go find some warg riders to murder. You look like a warg rider. Let's murder you. So there. Alright. Wargs, or warg riders. So regular wargs are fine. Let's go. Alright, let's go back and talk to this dude. What did everybody do today? Tell me. All the good stuff. Let me make sure. I'm not missing nothing. Nope. Not missing nothing. Slayer Saturday? Hell yeah. I did some Slayer deeds in DDO this afternoon. I got Thief, the Tabaxi Dark Hunter up to level 26 over on the Cormyr server.
You've done well, my friend. Before I can return, we have to recall the scouts I sent forth from Krethos.
Hell yeah, Monothlayer. I salute you with soda. I hope your boss was eminently pleased about that too. It's really funny what Gondor considers a foe. What I like to do when it tells you to kill slay foes of Gondor is like, I just want to get it done. Like, it thinks this poor doe is a foe of Gondor. The doe is a foe! That's well done indeed. I spent over $1,000, but it wasn't buying cool things at a Ren Fair. I was a responsible adult today. Other than sleeping in. So whenever I have a quest that's like, you know, kill a large number of people in a large area and then go find a couple of specific things, I always kill the large number of things first just to clear out the minimap and make it easier to find the these specific ones they want us to find. Anybody else do it that way too? Alright, so now I can target these other two people and just go straight to them. Those river turtles are mighty cranky. Hey. Wanna go home? Okay, good. Let's go get the other one. No shenanigans. This boar's gonna attack for sure. I was about to. I guess, I don't know, maybe because I moved that little bit, it reset its aggro. I don't know. Hold on. Let me read this. 12-year-old boy or thereabouts was there with his mom, and in conversation announced that he had read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, so he was all of Tolkien, and so that was all of Tolkien. To borrow a meme from another fantasy series, oh, my sweet summer child. You're also playing a nun, and someone referred to you as Reverend Mother. Wanted to tell Paul Tracy to put his hand in the box. I mean, you can play Reverend Mother on Dune Awakening. If you wanted to. But right now, all of the people that I know that were playing Dune Awakening is now playing Red Dead Redemption right now. Alright, so nobody wanted to stay behind. Alright, good. No shenanigans. No having to do additional quests to fix their shit. So next week's streams are going to be DDO stream on Sunday. Back here for finally getting back to Let the Dice Decide here on Monday evening. Thursday should be another run in EverQuest Legends, probably with Pentapod. We'll see if she wants to or is available. It would be similar to the way it was this past Thursday, where she'd pop out, do her little walkie group thing, IRL, and then come back. And of course, she's always welcome. She's a friend of the stream, which is why she's got the VIP tag. She's super good people. The last time I hung out with her in real life, we actually went to the beach in San Diego. We just went to this place close to the beach and watched the sunset. I haven't actually met her boyfriend though. Her gentleman friend was on her last stream in the background because Pansy was begging for attention, and she was like, "Aw, Pansy's just crying." And so her gentleman friend came and assisted. Make sure Pansy was taken care of. Pansy's like a really, really old cat.
Now lead the way to the gate in Ramus. I will be right behind you.
No, you're not. You lie. I'm gonna come back and find your dead body. And I did get to meet Pansy once, a long time ago, when she still lived in San Diego, working at Daybreak, or SOE, whenever I don't remember if it was before or after the Daybreak thing happened, but she did work for Daybreak briefly. I think. Yeah, because she was working on Landmark before it shut down. And she was like the last dev standing on Landmark because Dave Georgian pissed off. Actually, Dave Georgian got laid off when SOE got turned into Daybreak. So what happened with that is apparently John Smedley went to Dave Georgian and say, hey, Dave, in order to make this thing happen. Oh, hello, Diddy Sterling. Make up a list of half the company that are getting laid off. And Dave did. And Smed took some people off the list, added a few people to the list, and one of those people was Dave Georgeson. That's the kind of bullshit that the C-suite does. I'm just saying. Alright, Ingold is fighting people. Maybe I should just let... Oh, I see. You and your buddies are...
Belafonte has not yet returned. We cannot wait long.
Alright, I'm gonna wait, and he's gonna be dead. Oh, we got a Wraith now. Good times. I don't think he made it. I'm gonna go down and get this this lavish chest first, and then we're gonna come back. Oh, I have 328 tattered shadows. I should actually go up to talk to Amelia and see what I can get for my tattered shadows now. So I haven't been paying attention to any of that beyond, oh, I'm killing things along the way. Sir, I don't think he's coming.
We cannot wait any longer. Ride! Ride to the city!
I'm actually gonna go speak to Turgan first and deal with Turgan's quest, and then I'll ride to the city. It'll be fun. Oh my goodness. What else have I been doing? Still... I wouldn't say I'm still dealing with Gen Con, but I'm still... Honestly, I kind of wish I was still at Gen Con, because Gen Con was so much fun! Wait, Turgan? Where's Turgan? Why is there telling me to go talk to Turgan this way? Turgan is to the south, isn't he? Oh, Turgan's at the south gate. Fuck! Alright, let's go riding all the way to the south gate. I'm thinking of a later time when Turgan will be on the outwall. He'll be down that way. Oh, hello. Hello. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse you! Okay, my horse does not know what power is, or my horse skills take so much freaking power. Traits. Those are all maxed out, which is nice. I don't know what I'm doing with these. It's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Look at those kitties looking very cute. Minas Tirith in the game is so freaking impressive. It's also such a pain in the ass, too, as we all know. But in terms of an actual building accomplishment in an MMO, it's not bad. Boop, boop. Kitty got her nose booped. And you know, you should always ride on like the side of the road and not on flagstones. Because it's better for the horse's hooves and legs and whatnot. Of course, we looked down from the city, from this bird, from up here, which I actually like it, that you can see the places that you... Oh my god, look at all the warbands. Excuse you. And now also you can see Mount Mindolluin. And now we can climb up on some of its shoulders in King's Gondor. I'm not gonna worry about the warbands unless they get closer. Because knowing my luck, like, let me go see if I can find the warband down this way. Or maybe not. You know what? I want to actually get the questing done. It would be kind of cool if you could go into the Harlan from this side as well, but I think if I recall correctly, it's blocked off. Maybe question mark? Chickens getting Lord of the Wings. Don't you have to go through the Harland? I don't know. I've never actually taken a chicken to Minas Tirith. I've personally only been a chicken all the way to Rivendell to go find Rohirrim. That was a long time ago. And I was doing the Coursera thing that Professor Clayton from Vanderbilt was doing. And that was the thing that he had mentioned in the class, is like, yeah, this is the thing you can do as a chicken. He did mention chicken play, but you can try it if you want to. This is an optional thing. I don't expect you to actually make it there. It's fine. I'm like, well, screw you, dude. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna try. You know, he was basically kind of, I wouldn't say he was dismissing it, but he was basically not exactly encouraging people to try, because he didn't think they would manage. And I'm like, fuck this, I'm gonna manage. And I did. And I did it on my very first try, I would like to note. Yeah. Wouldn't have been cool to be able to go through to the other side of the Harlan and just like nuke things? That would be so much fun. Yeah, there's the lavish chest here. And the other one I'm seeing is actually in the Harlan itself, which we don't have access to from this side. It's actually kind of annoying that you can't access it from this side. Which I also understand why it's that way, because it's much lower level content than this. So, you know, it do be what it do be.
When the time comes to fight, we'll be ready. We can only hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
Alright, I'm not gonna do your side quest, sir. I'm going back to town because I want to continue the epic. The epoch. It's so nice having my Razor Tartarus's joystick fixed again. So I can actually use it properly in all 4 directions. And I fixed it myself. I skilled up. I learned how to use soldering flux and desoldering wick, which is actually one of the coolest things ever, but something you should probably be very careful about. Does anybody want to know about soldering wick that doesn't already know about it? Because I can tell you what it does, and it's actually really fucking cool. It's science! No, I'm gonna tell you anyway, because it's fucking cool. Basically, what soldering wick is, it's little braided copper wires, like very, very tiny, into like a little braid. And what you do is when you're trying to desolder something, like something on a circuit board, like because that's how the Razor Tartarus thing works, is it's microswitches soldered to a circuit board. What you do is you have to first of all make sure that you don't have your soldering wick held, that you're not holding it right close to the end, and otherwise you're gonna burn your fingers off. Did that guy just run away? What the fuck? So what you do is you take your soldering iron, right? And you touch the solder that you're trying to melt. And then you hold the end of the soldering wick, which you should probably put some flux on, dip it in flux. The flux will then melt onto the thing and make the solder more accessible, more amenable to do what you want it to do, which is because the copper wires in the wick get very, very hot. What happens is the solder is attracted to it, and that's why you don't hold the soldering wick. You basically hold on to the spindle that it comes on, or use some other implement that's not metal, that, you know, like something that will not conduct heat and will protect you from conducted heat. And then you just, if you watch it, it's just like, it's so freaking cool. And then what happens is, as the copper and the solder re-harden as it gets cooler, you can see the solder is like intertwined with the braid. It's so freaking cool. Let's go talk to Imrahil. He was over here. There's also a thing that you can use, like a soldering pump, that if you got your solder on your circuit board heated up, then you have this thing primed, and then if it's primed, then you hit the button, and then it like uses suction to draw the solder right off the circuit board. I found that did not work as well as the soldering wick.
What can you tell me of the situation in Talathano?
You get pants.
Minas Tirith will soon be encircled by our enemies. Time is short.
Okay. Mithrandir's one is actually my favorite, I think. Alright. Let's put on some new pants. Let's also open this to see if I get a tracery that I can use. Actually, it's on my list, but I think I might already have it slotted. Okay, I don't actually have Gust of Wind damage slotted. Yes, please. And those pants are not a huge amount of an upgrade. Actually, they're not an upgrade at all because I keep losing my tactical master rating and my crit rating. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay, first tier, and then the two top tiers. Alright. So I'm sorry, the second tier, and then the master's tier. Alright. Alright, who's all up in my DMs? Why am I getting messaged? Oh, let me see. Nice. I don't know where they are, but I still have them. Sorry, non sequiturs to people who were not just reading, who not just answered a question in Discord. Don't forget, we do have a giveaway in the works for a couple of different Lotro point codes for 100 points each. I'm going to be giving away 2 of those before the end of the stream. And we are now into our final hour. Because I typically do 3-hour streams. It's like a 3-hour tour, only the ship isn't sinking. Ekadon, what you got for me, bud?
A group calling themselves the Withered Tree commits acts of cruelty in the city.
Okay. The Withered Tree is about to get their asses beat. Let's get some Omdir and Estelle up in here, damn it. Oh, Warsteed, stop it. I should have known better. I hope you're right. Hope! Hope is a powerful thing. Wouldn't it be cool if the game had dynamic NPCs that, so if you ran close to their range, like this guy's in danger, I'm in danger, that if you like ran through this area that they would stop firing. Though those are some amazing longbows. Well, I don't know, are they recurves? But they're very long bows, whatever. So I like them. I like them a lot. Fuck these posters. Cheer up. There is no hope. What? You lie. You know I'm gonna try, right? Damn you, Scenario! Though, I do happen to know Scenario didn't build Minas Tirith, so I can't blame him for that. Though it was funny. I'm wondering about the design on the top here. It feels like this design is like, it should be vertical. Anyway, let's continue this way. See if we can find any more despairing citizens and annoying posters. Hey, we found one on the beach. Sweet. Cheer up, Brian. We're all going to die. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Just need to find one more poster and I'm done with this quest. Aha, nope. I just saw a white name and was like, aha, no. Aha! For real this time. Alright, at least we don't have to go riding halfway across the city to get everything done for that quest. And I'm reminded by something else that was just said in my Discord. Apparently there is the first hurricane in 155 years is about to hit the Big Island in Hawaii. There is a DDO streamer who lives on that happy island. So we hope for Nomad Dog's sake that it is not
Some
as
men in the
bad
garrison
as it can be.
have begun listening to these whispers.
Alright, we gotta go cheer some people up. On the second tier. All the way around the second tier. Well, this is good that I got a war steed. It'll make this journey a lot quicker. And then a lot slower when I run into shit. And then a lot quicker again. And then a lot slower. You know how it goes. Someone's getting her tummy tickled. And her name is Stormlust. I have a Stormlost foot. I've got a Stormlost paw.
How can we hope to have victory?
He may have already died, for all we know. Oh. Is that where they got the Mitch McConnell treatment? Is that where they got the idea for that? Ahem. You notice how nobody's talking about that anymore? You know, convenient, isn't it? How convenient. Ooh, Memory of Akerdor. Memories of Adventure. Memories of the Nazgul. Yeah, let's tell them about the Nazgul. That'll be amazing. Memory of the Hornburg. Oh, the Memory of the Hornburg would be good. We talk about how we kicked one's ass outside the Baths of the Dead. Yeah, we did that shit. Yeah, we're careful to note the sun rose on victory, damn it.
Can it be? Can we find such courage as this?
Alright, let's get off this thing, and then we'll go back to Ekadon. The Wielding Yard. What a name. Well, it's kind of like, from my understanding, with the new Lotro expansion, the werewolves will be a hyphenated word. Were and wolves. At least that's what I saw in the articles, I think. I still haven't fully read and processed the MMORPG article about the new expansion. Who just went live? Is that Thadrius? Was that Thadrius? It is Thadrius. So, I'll toss a wave to his channel to keep my stream streak going. That is a fun streamer to listen to. Him and his girlfriend, Tricky. They're fun people. The only thing that makes me sad about Thad and what he likes is he doesn't abide by the rule that's over there above my sign. He has no problem with using AI amongst that. You make me so sad. He uses Tangia for like audio alerts and for people to put in like audio cues, and they do things like make up messages and have the AI read it off in like Goofy's voice or something. And I'm like, man, if I were a voice actor who voiced Goofy or whoever, I'd be pissed that people would be using
I fear this will get worse.
AI to
before it
generate
gets
stuff
better.
that would be as if I had set up. Okay. We did the thing. Alright, let's go talk to Arador on the top, on the Masters tier. And we're gonna do a long siege. Hi, Stormlost. What are you looking at? Yawn! Stormlost did a big yawn. Big yawn. Well, you know what? Since we're here in the crafting area, and we've got crafting tables, let me actually take a moment and use... Wait, do we have crafting tables, or we just have the crafters? No, here's a forge. Is that a... It's not a working forge. What the fuck? Wait, there's the crafting thing. Where's the crafting place? The crafting hall. I think it's... Oh, it's up here on the 3rd tier. Yeah, right outside. Okay. Let's go to the crafting. I want to max out my crafting while I'm here. And then we'll finish our way up. Stormlost. Stormlost kitty. Why are you flicking your tail? Why are you flicking your tail? The Hall of Laws. It could be the Hall of Slaw if you like coleslaw, right? Just add another S and it's slaw. Or put the S at the beginning. That the Hall of Slaw. For many years, I would never eat anything involving cabbage or coleslaw. At this point, I still don't really like coleslaw. I'm not sure why I don't like coleslaw anymore. I don't even remember what's in coleslaw. But because I thoroughly loathe sauerkraut, I cannot eat it. Full stop. It's just way too bitter for me. Alright, we got forges out the wazoo here. I think everything else is inside. Well, we need a forge, actually. Hold on. We need a forge. Hold, please. And I put everything in the bank last night, too. Let's get our stuff done. And so, because there's often sports ball chat in Dad's chat, I immediately dropped in a Go Bills. And then somebody else in the chat is also a big one of the mods is a big Bills fan, so she went, "Go Bills!" back at me. As we do. Alright. 69 Anorien ingots. Nice. And this, isn't this a crafting weekend? Or is it... Or it doesn't apply to the server? I don't remember. Yeah. Earned crafting experiences increased by 25%. Affects... Oh, it only counts production crafts. You motherfuckers. I hate that. Whatever. So the Buffalo Bills just recently, they just today played their very first preseason game in their brand new stadium, Highmark Stadium. The old stadium was also Highmark. Long live the king, right? It's one of those weird things. It's the company bought naming rights for the stadium, so when the new stadium was built, they just transferred the name over. But the Bills played the Panthers at home today and won. Yay! And I would kind of vaguely apologize to my friend Nelstar, who is a big Panthers fan. But suck it, Nell! Nell's good people, though. He occasionally shows up in our stream, and I will tell him, you know, whatever. Okay. Ooh, we were so close. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna make a couple of sets of shavings. Like maybe 5. That's the wrong thing. Let's try 5 with this. Okay, and then go in the other direction. And you have to be careful about this, because when you're using processing to level up your craft, you're actually... you lose some results. You lose some raw materials once it's done. Ooh, I think I'll be at what? There we go. Got it. So now I don't need to farm any more Anorien tier things. Anorien tier metal. Again with the interiors making XSplit freak the hell out. Okay, that bell almost sounded like I was getting a tell. It was so weird. Ring, 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 banana phone. Did I not have hardly any poplar wood? I thought I had more than this. Oh, here, yeah, I have a whole pile of poplar. Oops, I didn't want to bring the Zircon. Oh, my nose is itching. processing was such a nice quality of life thing that they added to the game to allow people to not need quite as much to get their shit done. There we go. Let's get the rest of these done. But logically, I wonder how the fuck you... I can understand how you can melt... Like, take shavings of metal and then melt them back together again. I don't understand how you can take leather shavings and turn it back into whole leather again. It doesn't work that way. I'm just saying. I don't think we'll need processing this time around for sure. Okay, Scholar, what do we got? Ooh, I can make myself a pocket item now. Oh, I need a study. Hold on, let me find a study in here. I'm not even bothering with the crafting guilds on this server. So... there's no reason to use the Spirited Scroll of Anorien. Not compared to the bauble that I currently have, the level... There's no reason. Okay, fine. Let's make all of these candles. And see where we are afterwards. It's also confusing you can make cloth armor out of animal skin. I know, right? It's like, the universe doesn't work that way. Okay, so we are going to have to do some of these. I don't want to do all 96. We'll try 20 to start with. Let's do 25. I'm noticing that this is green, which means I am getting more XP for doing this. I'm only getting another point of XP. Of craft XP. Yeah, so normally these numbers run on like 8s and yeah, they run on weird numbers, but now they're running on very much weirder numbers. Alright, let's make all of these. This is a good weekend to level your crafting. If you're trying to get these leveled up without having to spend in the store, this is a good weekend because it's 24% crafting XP weekend. And it's 20% heroic and epic XP and DDO this weekend. Which is why he's playing some DDO this afternoon. Oh, we're kind of close there. So, how much are... I'm just gonna get 7 for that. Ooh, 10 for these. Hello. I'm gonna make one of those. And I'm gonna make one of those. And there's only 7 points. There's 6 each though. And this is 2 each. And there's 7 points. So we're gonna do some of these. So we need 100, well, we need 100, not 100, but 96 points. And this is where you grab your calculator. It's like, okay, 96 divided by 7 equals 13.7. So that would be, so let's do 7 of one direction and 7 of the other direction. That should get us what we need. Oh no, we missed 1. We missed it by 8 points. Fine. That'll be the 1, and this will be the other. I missed it literally by 1 point. Kill him! 84 months! Kill him! Go look at the new emotes. Go look at the new emotes. I have new emotes. Alright, we have officially leveled up our crafting, so I don't need to gather any more crafting mats on this server. Game, stop lagging. Alright. Though you know me, if I see like a heavy poplar thing or a rich node, you know I'm gonna stop and pick it up, right? Yeah. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to you. It can happen to me. It can happen to everyone eventually. As you happen to say, as it happened. Okay, never mind. We're gonna stop quoting a Yes song from 90215. Earworm alert. Yeah, look at the 2 last emotes in that list. Look at those. Both of those 2 are in... See, look at the 2... Compare the 2 Stormlost emotes. What she looked like as a kitten and what she looks like now. Alright. We've done our crafting. Let's get the hell out of this lagfest Viewmaster screen. Because that's what it looks like in XSplit whenever I'm in an interior in Lotro. And it's... I can only imagine what it looks like on your guys' end. Let me out, let me out, let me out! And we got about 15 more minutes before the end of the stream. We're going to be doing a giveaway for 2 separate codes of 100 Locho points each. So that'll be fun. How far into the epic? I am doing quests here in OG Minas Tirith. Because I'm on Angmar. I've finished the entire epic on my main over on Peregrine. Angmar, the soon-to-be no longer world, because it's going bye-bye.
How may I help you, friend?
But it's a fate that we all knew was going to happen the day they announced it to begin with. It was always going to be this way. I mean, look how many people are in Angmar right now. Ooh, there's actually 118 people. That's the most number of people I've seen on Angmar in a long time. But then again, it's prime time, and it's a Saturday night during prime time, so there's more people on than normal. So I imagine people are killing the 9, but, yeah. Or they're on their home servers dealing with festival. Yeah, festival. I mean, some folks are doing festival here because their wardrobes are full like mine is. I don't know if Standing Stone is actually going to do anything about it, or in this case, Daybreak Customer Service, because I went and took all of the existing coffers, not the new one that hasn't come out yet, that we all know about because, well, everybody who had the previous copper got a bunch of free titles that actually belong to the new one. The Highland outfits max you out. Oh, you sweet summer child, kill him. I have 1,354 items in my wardrobe on Sting. Okay, so let me tell you the story of what happened here. So, as I know and have successfully done for many, 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 many years, if you transfer shared storage from server A to server B, the game will copy your existing wardrobe and smush it into your existing wardrobe on the destination, regardless of whether you're full on slots or not. It's just going to keep adding on, right? So I had been consolidating all of my shit onto...
The council has a plan to assess the city's food stocks.
Now I get to talk to a food monger. Alright. Oh, they're right over there. And I've never had a problem with it before where I could transfer more stuff across servers than I had slots for it. The same is also true for shared storage. Is you can overcap your shared storage. Things will not stack in shared storage. I'm sorry, I'm twisting so I can pet cats. And what would happen is with shared storage, things wouldn't stack. You'd have to get your storage back under your limit to be able to add more stuff, even to stack things. You couldn't update any of the stacks in shared storage until you got back under your limit, which is easy enough with shared storage, just bank alts, and stacking things properly. But with the wardrobe, it would just let you keep adding shit in. It did not care. And all of the dies you had on server A would then wind up also being on those same pieces on server B. It was really nice, actually. Except again, you couldn't add any new items to shared storage or to wardrobe. But you could dye things that were in storage, which is actually kind of cool. Or, I'm sorry, in wardrobe. So I had 60 items from the new coffers on Glamdring. And so I transferred shared storage for free from Glamdring to Sting, because you can transfer shared storage in NA or a character in NA to Sting for free, because that's the way it rolls right now. And so I got all my stuff from Glamdring over to Sting, and then I was going to transfer shared storage from Sting to Peregrine and pay the 495 Lotro points. And so when things got over to Sting, instead of having 60 new items in my list for a total of 364, it came out to 354 because I miscounted. There was one coffer's things that I already had on Sting, so it didn't increase the number for that particular coffers of things. So that's fine. So I had 354 items on Sting in my wardrobe, and on Peregrine I had 1304. So 1304, and then I had 1354 on Sting. So when I did this shared storage transfer from Sting to Peregrine and paid the points, the shared storage went over just fine. The wardrobe did fuck all. It did nothing. And I think I know why it did it that way, is because I think I didn't wait long enough. Because I just waited until I got the email saying, okay, your shared storage from Glamdring to Sting is done. And so I immediately did the Sting to Peregrine hop. And I just probably didn't wait long enough for things to go through. So that's probably my bad. So I have put in a ticket with Standing Stone / Daybreak customer service to see if they will actually fix it and make it so I can get the shit from Glamdring to Peregrine via Sting, if they will let me.
The deadliest enemy during a long siege? Hunger.
I will have... I'm going to assume that they're going to fuck it up. I'll be honest. I miss the days when Standing Stone handled their own customer service. It felt like we got more shit successfully done. And having customer service be part of the parent company, they don't know the shit we go through, right? Sorry, Kevin, I'm going to do this. She was on her back, belly up, and I had to pick her up and pet her. She was too cute. She was too cute. I just personally have not had the greatest of experience anytime I've had to send a ticket to Standing Stone, so I'm not expecting him to get this right.
These inventories will help us
love-
ration food during the siege.
Love if they exceeded my expectations and took care of shit. Well, I think this is enough of a nuance thing. I think what they're probably going to do is to fall back on the fact that you're at your limit. Too bad, so sad. And that's gonna make me annoyed. And I know if I can use my connections, i.e. go to Jerry and say, hey Jerry, customer service did this shit. He's gonna be like, but you're over your limit. It's not supposed to work that way. But it does work that way. It's always worked that way. The game glitched. I just want my stuff that I was paying for. And to be able to use all of these cool new patrons coffers you keep throwing at me. So I can dye them and keep them in my wardrobe instead of having to individually dye every character's version of them. You need to figure out where to send your alts on Angmar, but not gonna think about it yet. Well, one thing we did find out from Orion, we found out live from Orion, because I was an asshole. Okay, I wasn't an actual asshole. I was a little bit not even sneaky or even pointed. Well, okay, pointed. I was a bit pointed, but I wasn't an asshole about it. And was asking, can we please get a definitive answer as to whether you'll be able to transfer to either region from Angmar or Mordor, like sending Angmar alts to, say, Mary, and sending Mordor alts to, say, Peregrine. We had always been told, I think so, I guess so. It should be the same way it's always been. But I'm like, that doesn't answer my fucking question. I want a definitive, how is it going to work this time? What did you change? And so initially Orion said no on the stream in answer to my question, and said that yes. He first said no, you will not be able to transfer from Mordor to NA and Angmar to EU, that they were not agnostic. And then somebody apparently got on his ass in the middle of the stream, and he said, nope, I'm sorry, I was wrong. You'll be able to do that, it'll be fine, they're agnostic. And I'm like, okay. So I consider Orion's answer to be the definitive. But then again, we don't know where he got that answer from, so I don't know. We'll just see how it goes, right? We'll see how it goes. Wait. No, I'm in the right place. I have to go around the other way. I might send my Mordor shit to Mary, but I already have too much shit on Mary that I don't use. Hi. Oh. Sarnian? We need to introduce you to a lore master named Narnian. And I'm saving Mithrandir's quest for last because it's a really good one. Doesn't help because your EU alts are already on Mary. He made some on the other EU servers, but man, I don't even log into them. I only log into them to get daily dice. Daily dice? Whoops, wrong game. Hobbit presents. And eventually...
You are welcome to enter the stores, but remove nothing.
Nope, I won't touch a thing. I have to say, this does not bode well. I keep hearing the click right here. Oh, and use the upper store's inventory. Okay. It's one of those ones that you have the lower inventory, upper inventory. Alright, let me get back away. Aha, there we go. Okay, upper stores are fine. Still, I'm concerned with how little, how much open space I'm seeing in here. This doesn't look like it could feed a city for a day, much less for a long-ass siege. not yours. Her markings are so pretty, aren't they? She's such a pretty floof. Oh, kill him. I don't know if you know. Speaking of floofs. Did I don't know if I told you. Okay, everybody, depressing topic. Slightly depressing topic. Cordo stream kitty, Miss Elizabeth Bennet passed away a couple weeks ago. Actually the night after he left for Gen Con. And yeah, it was actually kind of good that he had something to focus on while, you know,
These are troublesome times indeed.
until he could get back home, and then and he's, you know, still managed to keep on keeping on, but poor soul. She was 18 years old, so she was very old, and it was one of those things that when I got to visit them after PAX East, I kind of had the suspicion in the back of my head that that was the last time I was going to see Lizzie alive, because she was just so frail compared to previous years. Yeah, she had a very good long life, and Jerry spoiled the hell out of her, and so did his son, so... But, you know, saying the word floof reminded me of that. And it is public knowledge, sort of. It's on his Facebook, so...
Go inside, if you must. It's a waste of time and effort.
Yeah, this one's even more, empty. It's like, how the fuck do you feed a city on this? You don't talk to them? Oh, yeah. His kiddo had already gone back home from the summer because he had to get back to school. So he wasn't there either. Which is kind of good, honestly. Gives a little bit of space and distance. But still. Alright, Anorien. Something doesn't match up.
Yes. Are you finished?
I mean, this guy isn't suspicious or anything. Super sus. Alright. Let's get to where we need to go. And turn this quest in. You hope they make the 9 more available. Actually, it's funny that you should mention that, Gillum. As part of the question that I did ask Orion, is first of all, there's going to be XP boosts to let us hurry up to get to level cap, And B, are the 9 going to appear more frequently? And the answer to both of those was yes, but he didn't have any details to offer right then and there. I've only killed one of the 9 once a long time ago, back when it was still Shadows of Angmar stuff. So I have a lot of catching up to do. So let me turn in this quest right now. And see if they send me back out to kick that guy Darian's ass. Seem to recall that being a thing. I really hate stable master routes, both incoming and outgoing, that take 5 years to get through. I think the most egregious one is Snowborn. Anything involving Snowborn. You ride the entire... Pardon me. The entire length of Snowborn. Where are your feet up? You have 4? The 4 that are out? Yeah, and they're gonna be getting all 9 of them out, so... isn't there, like, a deed for that someplace? Well, it'd be skirmish instances. It wouldn't be under instances either. They're in Bree again. Where would it be? Oh, yeah. I've been wanting to go, but stop by, but since I got you on, yeah. I'm sure when you logged into the Devil Stream. Yeah, I was like, kill him! I'm my friends watching everybody else's shit. Yeah, the title, Dawn, should be Race Social? Maybe. Hold on. Wouldn't be under class. Oh, here it is. It's under reputation of all things. So yeah, I've only beat the Grim Southern. I definitely want this. Savior of Rune, Blade Breaker, Curse Breaker, Forsaken No More. Ooh, that's a good one. Light in the gloom. The gloom of Nirn. The Sorcerer's Downfall. The Last Hope of the North. Ooh, that's a good one. And the Joy of Khan. The Woe of Khan and the Joy of Khan. Oh my god! I like that. The woe of Khan and the joy of Khan. Okay, let me turn in this question. And then I want to actually go talk to what's-her-face up in a Newman, or Estildine real quick. Hold on. Going over to these guys. Khan!
Well, do we have all the goods we expect?
I feel suspicious of Anorien. We're not going to do the Mithrandir quest tonight because it's so much fun because we're already past my time. So I want to get the giveaways done here. Can't stand up. Drives you up the wall. Yeah, I hear you. Just wait till you start playing Ravenloft and DDO and you hear Galadriel telling you to go to Castle Ravenloft. And then in another quest, the final quest of the Ravenloft expansion, the OG Ravenloft, the Mists of Ravenloft, that there's an abbot that you interact with who is voiced by a dude that does a lot of ranger voices. You love Galadriel's voice? Oh, dude. She does like a shit ton of voices in World of Warcraft now. She's like the voice of every elf NPC in Silvermoon City. In like the new Silvermoon
How
City.
may I help you, friend?
In the current content, which is hilarious. Main gate. I have to come back up here once I'm done too, won't I? Because I'll need to go back and talk to Arador to complete it, I'm sure. Want to see cat butt? Want to see cat butt? Cat butt.
All right, I admit the deed. What will you do?
Better that than to have my family's lives on your conscience. Look, you dick! You're the one who stole food. You're the one who didn't tell anybody your family was there. Why am I the person? No. What do you think, chat? Should I forgive him for his crime? Because bearing in mind, the store master, Miradol, is already going to be setting the numbers minus the stuff that's been stolen. So it's already been accounted for. But this, what this means is either kick him in the nads and then decide. I don't get to kick him in the nads. I just get to pick one of the two options. What do you think? Should I forgive him and let him feed his family? But here's also the thought. If he set aside some food for his family, how much of a ration did he supply them? Does this mean that other people are going to have to go hungry? You have to go. Go! Go. Later! Alright. Well. You know, this guy was a jerk to me when I came down here just doing my job. I'm gonna turn him in. To hell with it.
A pox on you! 1,000 poxes!
Oh, we get special text for being an elf? If you are going to sail away, do so at once and leave us be, unlike the rest of your kind. This world will be better without you. How can you punish me for trying to care for my family? I will not forget this. My hatred goes with you, cursed lore master. Oh. Well, we're not taking that yet, but I do want to see what the options are for armor. Okay, that's the justice. I don't even know why that exists. Okay. Let's look at the other option.
You understand.
I'm relieved you can see
You
this
have
from
my thanks, and that of my family.
Oh, and it's mercy. But it's the same outfits either way. So, Will and Max morale.
A pox on you! 1,000 poxes!
You know, I'm reminded of something that happened in this week's Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And that's all I'm going to say, because spoilers.
You understand. You have my thanks, and that of my family.
I know I have the Anorien thing of justice on Peregrine, so the character that did this quest must have done the turn them in side of things.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I see. Very good. Tell Dirion the city and the council are indebted to him.
And back down to Dirion, my god! Man, I feel like this quest was written by Elrond. Meow. Meow. Scamper wants attention. She'll get it in a minute. And then I will do the giveaway. Don't forget to put the word points in chat to win, to potentially win, one of 2 codes for a Hundo Lotro Pointos.
How may I help you, friend?
Alright, we almost done here. I always like to get to a good stopping point in the story before I roll up my sleeves and
I am
close out.
so grateful for your efforts on my behalf.
Okay, we're done. Alright, let me first of all open those. Okay, let me see. That's at 186. That's at 168, so we'll use these on that. And open that. Open this. Whoopsie doodle. Wait, I still have those, and they don't have any stuff on them. They're also 195, so it's like, I'm not gonna use them. Again, I am losing my stats with all of this shit. I don't like that at all. Alright, let's do the giveaway. Got 1 in 3 chance here. Alright, Holly! The lurkin' Holly. I hope the book was really good. Has won some points. So let me get the points to companion cone first. Alright. Let's get into my whispers, Alright, here you go. Make that code go bye-bye. And then make this code go bye-bye. Codes have been delivered. Hooray, hurrah, hooray, hurrah. How was the book? How was the book? How was the book? One thing I am going to start doing, though, is I'm actually going to start playing when I'm not streaming. Because, quite frankly, I do play other video games as well, and they're not as much fun to stream. But I also need to spend more time playing these games. I'm gonna go get this light turned off because it's very bright and I don't want to have it in my face anymore. Everybody, you know the drill. Be good. And if you can't be good, please be good at it. Don't get caught. Alright. I will talk to y'all later. Bye now.